Okay, for this page, I'm sure you guys remember how to do the justification papers. We've done them before. I'm going to help you with number 1, to start you off with number 1 in the front and number 1 in the back. So we're going to start with this one. First thing is first, they gave you the equation, but it's not in y equals, so we need to solve for y. Or you can pick pretty points that are on the graph. Okay, make a table out of it and put it in stat. Whatever you want to do. Okay, whatever you think is easiest for you. I'm going to do both just in case. So we're going to start off with 0.5x minus 2y equals 3, and we're going to solve for y. Remember, you need to move the x over first and change the sign. So this comes over here, and you changed it to a negative 0.5x. Cross it out. Then you're going to divide everything by that number, which is a negative 2. So it can cancel. You have y equals. And we're going to put these numbers in the calculator. So 3 divided by negative 2, enter. And negative 0.5 divided by negative 2, enter. So again, we're going to do 3 divided by negative 2, enter. And math, enter, enter. That gives you a negative 3 over 2, and we're going to do negative 0.5 divided by negative 2, enter, which is 0.25. Math, enter, enter, is 1/4. So our equation is negative 3 over 2 and 1/4 x. Negative 3 over 2 and positive 1/4 x. This was a negative and divided by a negative. That's why I changed to a positive. Okay? So you can get it this way, or you can get it again this way. The points are 0, negative 1.5. This is 2, negative 1, and this is 4, negative 0.5. Okay, and if we put that in stat, calc 5, that will give us the same equation as this one. Okay. Now, you need to put this in y equals trace, so we can answer some of these questions down here. So go ahead and put it in the calculator. Y equals negative 3 over 2 plus 1/4 x. Trace. That's the same graph that they gave us. But now I can type numbers in here and see what they give me over here. So let's go answer some of these questions, see if they're true or false. Remember, you're going to mark a check next to the statement that is true, and you're going to mark an X next to the statement that is false, and justify your reasoning if it's false. So the first one says that the ordered pair, negative 2, 0.5, is in the solution set. That means it is on the line. That means this point is on the line. Okay, is it true or false? So we're going to go to trace. We're going to type in negative 2, enter, and see if it gives us 0.5. Negative 2, enter. Did it give me 0.5? No. Negative 2 gave me negative 2, so that is false. So we're going to put an X. Okay, we're going to put an X here, and we're going to say negative 2, 0.5 is not on the line. -2, comma, -2 is on the line. Okay? Any of those two would work fine. So that's how you do the rest of this front page. Let's go to the back page and let's go see how we're going to do those inequalities. Okay, this one they did not give you an equation, so we're going to have to come up with the equation. And we also have to write down some notes about it. It is a dashed line. Okay, this means dashed. That's a dashed line. And they shaded below the line, right? Shade below the line. So what inequality symbol tells me that it's a dashed line and it's shaded below? Shaded below means less than. Dashed means there is no line underneath. Okay? So my equation is going to be y less than something. So I need a slope, I need an m, and I need a b. Okay? And if you know how to do rise over run, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and do that. If not, we're going to find some pretty points, and we're going to put them in stat and get the equation. I'm going to say right here. I'm just going to use those two because it's kind of hard to see the rest of them. So I only have 2 points. That means I'm going to have to do stat calc 4. Because I'm only getting 2 points. So that's 0, -2. And right here it's -2, 5. Okay, so let's go put that in stat. Stat, enter. Delete those numbers. Type in your new table. We had 0, we had -2, and on the other side we had -2, and we had 5. Stat, calc, 4, because we only had 2 points. Okay, so this is my equation, y equals 3.5x minus 2, and we can change that to a fraction. -3.5, math, enter, enter, is -7/2. That's your slope. So let's go write it down on our paper. The slope is -7/2, and the y-intercept was -2 because the equation was -7/2x minus 2. Okay, this is the equation. So let's go read some of those statements and see if they're true or false. Problem number 1 says the solution to the inequality represents greater than. Well, we know that it was this symbol, and that's called less than. So this statement is not true. Okay, greater than goes like this, and it's not. Okay? Problem number 2, what's wrong with this equation? The symbol's wrong, so make sure you pay attention to that when you answer. Problem number 3 says that the coordinate -4, 3 is in the solution set. I have to go look at the graph. -3, 2. No, -4, 3. -4, 3, 1, 2, 3 is it's in the shaded region, so that's yes. Okay, that is true. And that's how you're going to do the rest of this back page. If you have any questions, ask Ms. Betancourt or your sub, and make sure that you check all your answers once you're done with this paper.